Coverdale from Whitesnake, who is mailbag guest tonight. Hello, David. It's taken weeks to plan this appearance of yours, isn't it?
This is the first time I've been on the carpet with Annie Nightingale.
Oh, I beg your pardon. So, in fact, you're in mid-tour at the moment, and...
yeah, about 3/4 of the way through a British tour.
Yeah, and it's your day off, so thanks very much, you know, for coming to
cost you.
I bet. Well, in the summertime, during the summer, mailbag was debating whether or not heavy metal music was reactionary, or, in other words, conservative and repressive, and it was suggested that heavy metal definitely was reactionary because of these sexist lyrics and the packaging that featured women abused by the male stars. It was also suggested that heavy metal acts refused to take part in Rock Against Racism concerts. Well, but Whitesnake, we just said, are on tour, and David has come to go over some of these points, and the first one really is raised in a letter sent in by Simon Bowler of Abingdon, and he says heavy metal bands' album covers are more often than not, reminiscent of dumb pulp science fiction fantasy with a scantily clad or naked female being sexually assaulted by muscular Tarzan-like macho men. There are the continual cliches of long-haired, hairy-chested he-men with open shirts and tight leather trousers thrashing out pointless news acts to millions of fans.
I think he must work for the NME.
Ah, well...
Contributing editor.
Well, I've got the album sleeve of Love Hunter here, and in fact it is a naked lady astride a very, very large white snake, which...
Everybody makes reference to the naked woman, but the slake, thank you for the German water, the snake is particularly naked as well.
Well, that's true, but I mean, one doesn't normally see snakes present. I mean, it's been described as a kinky cover, and that the snake is very phallic. So, what do you have to say to Simon Bowler about those accusations?
Well, I can only respect the artist who presented the piece as an artist to an artist in a different artistic field.
You mean the guy that decided...
Yeah, the guy was a Greek guy, and he was given the text of the song, and he was given a copy of the album before it was released. And this is his artistic representation of what he thought it was about, you know, and I can only respect that as an artist.
Yeah,
I've suggested that we get like little stick-on silk panties for people to either take them off in the privacy of their own home or leave them on.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't deny that it has great sexual overtones. That's
well, it sounds the music, you know, I can't see what's new about this. It possibly is just a new media assault on...
Well, I think it's because people are saying that the lyrics appear to depict women as people who are there just waiting to be fulfilled by your heavy metal man. I mean, in the words of Love Hunter, you say, I need a woman to treat me good and give me everything. A good woman should. Sorry, I mean, not reading it as well as you sing it. Every day and every night, she'd be waiting on her brown-eyed boy to come and treat her right. Does that not suggest that the woman is a very subservient creature?
Sometimes, yes. I think that's the case in a lot of cases. Other times, the male is probably subservient. I've experienced that. And I've written about both kinds of experiences as well.
Yeah,
but this heavy metal thing, I've never known any woman who wanted to go to bed with a robot, you know. I've only written 2 Metalloid tunes, and that was to keep Richie Blackmore happy. You know, right. The rest of them was particularly human or...
Yeah, but I mean, this subject does keep cropping up, and it's not just me that's concerned, there's a lot of other people that these women are being depicted.
Well, you played out with me about the lyrics on Totally With You when we were going to do a whistle festival.
Absolutely, yes. Well, that was
so
very...
my mother.
That was explicit. About the lyrics of sexism, I mean, another quote actually from Rock and Roll Women of yours. All right, show your hand. I'm looking for the promise of a one-night stand. So I'm going looking for those rock and roll women tonight. You can see in my face just what I'm hoping to find. I want a 12-bar beauty with a one-track mind. Well, that's very explicit.
Yeah, but sometimes I do. But if you read the resolve of the middle of the song, you will see why you are looking for
well, go on, say it. Quote.
Well, it's lonely nights in hotel rooms. You come back from a concert with the adrenaline of like 5,000 people going bananas, and then you're on your own.
Mm. Yeah, so
you think
that justifies
absolutely nothing there.
Yeah.
I mean, you either go to the bar and get drunk, or play cards or whatever, which isn't particularly a good release other than financially. And and that's cost me a lot. And I'm getting thumbs up here from First X next door.
Oh, right, yeah. Well,
no, really, we've talked about this before, and like in the songs that I write, there's a lot of them which come out in quite heavy sexual side, and the male being a dominant part, but I can only write from my own experience, and I've never really been subservient.
You do feel you're a dominant male?
But not in the sense of this gentleman who equates me to some Michael Moorcock novel, you know, with like breastplates and stuff, and you know what I mean? This 21st century schizoid character. You know, it's nothing like that. It's really rhythm and blues in like a progressive context. What the Yardbirds and whatever would have been doing now is all about.
Well, do you not think that there's a danger that heavy metal and the way that, I mean, heavy metal bands, have you ever seen Van Halen? I mean, he comes on so, you know, the strutting peacock isn't in it. And
I haven't seen it.
Well, I can only assure you that he does. And that kind of peacocky image.
It was a rent-a-car film.
Yeah. Does seem to be, you know, the preserve of heavy metal music, and particularly lead singers in heavy metal acts. Obviously, I don't know if you want to speak on behalf of all of them.
No, well, I don't want to speak on behalf of anybody but myself, really, Annie. That's all I can identify with, totally. And my expression is brought on purely by the music that I feel, that I want to express myself with. My live performance comes from the expression that I'm getting from the audience as well as the musicians.
Do you think that the whole kind of groupie syndrome, where you know that if this sort of certain girls will come and see you backstage and that they're not going to say no if you should make them some proposition, has created a kind of contempt amongst bands for girls like that?
Not particularly, no. It's just that some have no teeth and things like that. It grates on the old crew on.
Oh, I don't think you meant to be a pun. Also, on a more sort of political level, heavy metal has been described as reactionary because bands who won't join in rock against racism contests.
I read, actually, I must confess that your producer or whatever showed me some idea of what I was going to be in for. This is the carpet number I was talking about. And like, I've done charity concerts when I've been asked to do them. And this removal or whatever, rock against racism, nobody's ever asked me. I flew at my own expense from Los Angeles to play for Spina Bifida concert at the Albert Hall a couple of years ago with Roger Glover's number, Butterfly Ball. We did a thing this year at Hammersmith Odeon for Gunnar Nielsen, and everything that came out of that went to Gunnar Nielsen's cancer fund. You know?
It's obviously that's not political, but are you pro or for getting involved in politics? Because rock against racism is political.
I don't honestly believe, this is once again my own feeling. I'm not making any sweeping statement, but I don't agree with stage as an entertainer or a performer, which is what I think I am. I'm not interested in using the stage as a political platform. You know, there's lots of people make possibly bigger idiots than myself out of themselves by doing that. Yeah.
Well, the only thing that worries me about that, you know, you get a lot of young, impressionable guys, and I mean, heavy metal does seem to appeal more to boys than girls, right?
Yeah,
we have a lot of boys.
I'm not telling anybody this is the way to treat women or this is the way you should live your life.
But don't you think that they might, being impressionable, go away from a concert with a rather more macho swagger than they came in?
It's a little healthier than a couple of years ago when I supported a group called Exit Broughton Band, which was inciting people to go and beat shop windows and things and stuff like that, and left in a particularly menacing mood. I can't imagine anything more sweeter than going home with your old lady and being anatomically conversant.
Oh, how beautifully put.
And if I can do anything to promote that, that's great.
Oh, so it's sort of make love don't throw victim, you know?
Yeah.
But on an equal basis? Or not?
Equal basis. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You did, just one final thing, you said to me...
Can I just interject?
Yes, go on, yeah.
I could have tripped over with that word. Most of the people I meet backstage in the United a little effort. I know what people are feeling from the music or whatever, because after the closed shop of Deep Purple, where you never met anybody, you know, other than like presidents of record companies. In the last 18 months, I've started meeting people who've sort of grown up with Purple and believe in what Purple stood for, and now White Snake or Rainbow or whatever. And the songs that they pick up on are the songs that I've written involved with search for direction. And, you know, looking at themselves in the mirror or whatever to find out where they're going, what they're doing, and stuff like that, which I'm still doing. And I think that can only be healthy if you take...
Well, it is, on the other hand, that you are obviously in a position to lead them one way or the other.
But I think we're all love hunters when it comes down to nitty-gritty.
Okay. David Coverdale, thank you very much for giving up your day off and go out with the rest of the task.